What is vector or scalar? So these look like very hard ideas, but actually they're really simple. So the definition of vector is basically you have a magnitude and a direction. Scalar is similar to vector, but it does not have a direction. So scalar is just magnitude. So vector, or let's just, for an example, say there's a cloud and it moved 10 meters to the right. So it moved 10 meters. Let's just say that this is 10 meters. So now we have a direction and we have the magnitude. So this is a vector. But if it just says the distance of these two is 10 meters, then we don't have the direction from the person that told you that. Then it's just a scalar because we don't have the direction, we only have the magnitude. So if we have a graph and let's say it's 1.1 to negative 1.1, and this is the initial of the vector and this is the end of the vector, then it goes like that. So we can find out things from here. So we have a direction and we have the magnitude, because we can figure out the magnitude by using this formula, which is a minus b plus c minus d squared. So if you have two coordinates, that's a comma c and b comma d, then if you take b out from a and times it squared by itself, and c negative c and minus d and times it square it, and then you square root the whole thing, then you get the magnitude. So in this case it's 1 minus negative 1 squared plus 1 minus negative 1 squared. So it's two same thing. So this is 1 plus 1 squared plus 1 plus 1 squared, which is 2 squared plus 2 squared, which is 4 plus 4, and that equals to 8. And then we have to square root the whole thing, so it's 8 square rooted, and I think if we can pull out 2 from this, so it'll be 2 and then 2 and square root of 2. So the magnitude, this vector is the magnitude, it has 2 root 2 and the direction is going upwards. And we can also find the components for these. Component is something like difference between x and y. So in this case, the x goes 2 blocks and the y goes up 2 blocks. So the components would be 2, 2.